I am Steve Barker, a British military veteran who has operated in hostile terrain and learned that survival is never about luck. It is about staying calm, thinking clearly, and making the right call under pressure. I have endured harsh weather, rough ground, isolation, the kind of conditions that test your body and your mind in equal measure. Welcome to the next episode of Survive When It Counts, Wilderness Survival. In this episode, we strip everything back to the essentials, mindset, priorities, and the first actions that matter most when things go wrong. When people search for survival skills for real-world situations, they are usually looking for more than just a list of tips. They want a framework, something practical, something that helps them stay calm, make better decisions, and keep moving forward when the weather turns, the plan falls apart, or help is nowhere in sight. That is exactly what this episode is about, building survival ability step by step, from the basics that keep you alive to the advanced judgment that helps you handle pressure with confidence. It all starts with mindset. Before fire, shelter, or navigation, survival begins in the mind. Panic wastes energy, clouds judgment, and leads to poor decisions. The first skill is learning how to slow down, assess your situation, and act with purpose. That means asking simple questions. What is my biggest threat right now? Do I need warmth, water, or shelter first? What resources do I already have? Calm thinking gives you a better chance of making the right move, especially in those first critical minutes when everything feels uncertain. From there, the foundation shifts into the essentials: water, fire, shelter, and clothing. These are the core survival skills for any environment. Water comes first, because dehydration quickly affects thinking and strength. Fire matters because it provides warmth, morale, light, and a way to purify water or signal for help. Shelter protects you from wind, rain, cold, heat, and exhaustion. Clothing, often overlooked, can be just as important as gear, because the right layers help regulate body temperature and reduce risk. If you understand these basics well, you are already far ahead of someone who carries expensive equipment but lacks the know-how to use it. Next comes practical outdoor competence. This is where survival starts looking less like theory and more like action. Campcraft, hygiene, first aid, weather reading, foraging, and surviving the first night alone all matter, because small problems become big ones in the field. Poor hygiene can lead to infection. Bad weather judgment can leave you exposed. Not knowing how to build a decent camp can drain your energy before you even realize it. And that first night alone, it is often where stress becomes real. Learning how to settle in, stay organized, and protect your mental focus can make the difference between endurance and breakdown. As the journey continues, the training expands into more demanding terrain and broader survival planning. Cold weather, heat, mountains, jungle, coastline, river crossings, and night movement each bring different risks, require different decisions. Then there is the reality beyond the wilderness. Urban emergencies, home preparedness, vehicle kits, bugging in versus bugging out, and building a solid 72-hour plan. Survival is not always about being lost in the woods. Sometimes it is about being ready when roads close, power fails, or conditions change faster than expected. The best survival skills for today's world are adaptable ones. At the highest level, survival becomes a test of awareness, patience, and leadership. Advanced navigation, tracking, concealment, risk assessment, survival psychology, and escape and evasion all demand more than technique. They require judgment. They ask you to think clearly under stress, conserve energy, and avoid mistakes before they happen. That is what makes this survival journey so valuable. It does not just teach you how to react, it teaches you how to think. In the end, survival is not one skill. It is a system, a series of habits, choices, and hard-earned lessons that build on each other over time. Whether you are a beginner, an outdoor enthusiast, or someone preparing for serious conditions, the goal is the same: stay calm, move smart, and stay alive when things get tough. That is the real value of learning survival skills for the modern world. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Survive When It Counts. I hope what we have covered today gives you practical knowledge, sharper judgment, and the confidence to stay calm, when conditions turn against you. If you have enjoyed the episode, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow Books Central so you do not miss future episodes packed with survival knowledge, fieldcraft, and real-world guidance. And make sure you come back next week for the next episode, where we will continue building the skills that matter when it counts most. If you want the companion book to this podcast, The Calm Operator, Survival for Every Terrain, you will find it on Amazon and on the Books Central website. Until next time, stay sharp, stay prepared, and keep moving forward.